Welcome to the DCTV News at Noon program. I'm Kelsey Kiesling.
And I'm Kendra Cook. Dolores County Broadcasting Network is the producer of DCTV with support from the Southwest TV Translator Association.
If you have a news topic or tips you'd like to see covered, give us a call. The studio number is 677-4119.
Today's show runs Monday at noon and is rebroadcast at 3 and 6 p.m. and again re-aired on Thursday at noon, 3 and 6. Today is November 13th, 2017. And now the news at noon.
According to the Cortez Journal, a gas line break on West Arbacam Avenue in Cortez caused a portion of the street to be closed for a half hour Friday while the line was plugged. A construction crew tearing down an old house broke the line, according to Chief Jeff Vandervoort of the Cortez Fire Protection District. There were no injuries or fire. A technician from Atmos Energy arrived to turn off the gas. The smell of gas filled the air, and Cortez police blocked Arbacam Avenue between North Market Street and North Chestnut Street. Passers-by were instructed to stay back and leave the area. Several firefighters worked to control the leak and also monitored the air quality. No evacuations were required, officials said. The break occurred next door to Cortez Milling Company, which shut down operations while the leak was controlled, officials said.
From the Durango Herald, La Plata County Sheriff's Office has confirmed that a suspect has been identified for smuggling drugs into the La Plata County Jail, an incident that could implicate more than 10 inmates. La Plata County Sheriff Sean Smith told the Durango Herald last weekend that his office had launched an investigation into the presence of drugs in the facility, saying, "We're trying to determine how it was done and how far it goes." On Friday, Smith said that the Sheriff's Office has determined a suspect and charges may be pending. Smith said the suspect, who he declined to identify, was booked into the county jail November 4th. A medical incident November 5th alerted authorities to the presence of drugs in the facility. The incident involves more than 10 inmates, Smith said, although only one inmate is suspected of bringing drugs into the jail. He declined to identify what drugs were brought in. Each inmate implicated in the incident was put on a disciplinary process, which can include urine analysis and revocation of earned time, among other measures. He declined to discuss further details of the incident because of the ongoing investigation. Smith said it's a constant battle to make sure inmates do not take illegal substances into the jail. It is an issue that every prison and jail across the country deals with. The county jail is on pace to have booked more than 6,000 people over the past 2 years, Smith said. During that time, there have been 8 cases of the introduction of contraband into the jail. The La Plata County Jail houses about 100 inmates. Smith said the jail has been understaffed this year. There's an average of 6 people on shift at the jail, and Smith said that needs to be at 8. The Sheriff's Office would also like to solicit the services of more K-9 units. Prohibiting people from bringing in banned substances also falls into a fiscal challenge. There is a scanner that is highly efficient in detecting drugs, but it costs $250,000, money the Sheriff's Office and county government don't have. Nothing is a perfect solution, but it is something my people do a very good job trying to manage, but again, it's a constant battle, he said.
Reported by the Cortez Journal, the Colorado State Patrol on Saturday identified the Southern Ute Police Department deputy who was involved in a crash Thursday night on U.S. Highway 550 near Bondad. Matthew Galagos, age 28, of Ignacio, has been cited with careless driving causing bodily injury, said Sergeant Ben Steger with the State Patrol. Galagos, who was on duty at the time of the crash, was driving his patrol vehicle, a Ford Explorer, north on U.S. Highway 550 when he made a U-turn to go south, Steger said. He was struck by Evan Wagner, age 18, of Farmington, who also was driving north on Highway 550. The crash occurred at about 10:35 p.m. near mile marker 4, just south of County Road 318. Gallegos was taken to Mercy Regional Medical Center with an eye injury. A spokeswoman with the Southern Ute Indian Tribe said the officer received minor injuries. She declined to provide further information, including whether Gallegos remains on active duty. The driver of the Subaru complained of injuries but refused transport to the hospital. The Subaru caught fire and was fully engulfed in flames by the time firefighters arrived. Highway 550 was closed from about 10:35 p.m. to 1:30 a.m. Friday, Steger said. Steger said he is unsure why the officer made a U-turn. An incident report made no mention of the officer's emergency lights being activated.
Reported in the Dove Creek Press and Journal, Gus Westerman, the Dolores County CSU Extension Director and Chairman of the Dolores County Development Corporation, has received one of the Economic Development Council of Colorado's Excellence in Economic Development, or EDIE, awards. Westerman was recognized October 2nd in Vail with the ED Volunteer of the Year award. This award goes to an outstanding non-practicing economic development professional volunteer who has demonstrated a multi-year commitment to the vitality, growth, and sustainability of the Colorado economy. Westerman serves as chairman of the all-volunteer Dolores County Development Corporation, or DCDC, and puts in numerous hours leading the county-level economic development organization. With Gus at the helm, the DCDC is one of the Region's 9's thriving economic development groups. This amazing group meets monthly, oversees a business park, and runs a micro-loan program for local businesses, said Laura Lewis-Marchino, Region 9's executive director. Most recently, Westerman played a key role to revitalize the Dove Creek Chamber of Commerce by applying and overseeing matching marketing funds from the Colorado Tourism Office to encourage marketing, website work, and signage for this rural community of 735 members. This assistance led to the Chamber hiring a part-time director. He also advocated for Dolores County to be approved as a rural jumpstart county. DCDC will be hosting a free workshop on landowner succession, Planning Your Legacy, to be held on December 5th at the new Public Service Center from 8:30 to 3:30 p.m. This is sponsored in cooperation with the Southwest Colorado Small Business Development Center, or SBDC. Please call to RSVP if you'd like to reserve a free lunch. For additional information, call 970-677-2283.
According to the Cortez Journal, a mysterious ring in the sky around Durango on Sunday afternoon had some people wondering if life from another planet had finally arrived to Earth, or if the site was long-awaited evidence of Russian meddling. And given how unpredictable 2017 has been so far, it wouldn't have been that out of the ordinary. But alas, Sunday's spectacle was a rather recurrent optical phenomenon known as a sun halo. It's really common, but a lot of the times they aren't bright enough to see, said Andrew Lyons, a meteorologist for the National Weather Service in Grand Junction who reviewed photos of the halo sent by the Durango Herald. We have the same cloud coverage over us, but we can't see anything. You guys are just hitting it at the right time and angle, he said. Sun halos occur when there's high cloud coverage, usually cirrus clouds that drift more than 20,000 feet above the ground. Those clouds contain millions of a special type of ice crystals shaped like a hexagon. When the sun hits these crystals at a 22-degree angle, a translucent ring around the sun appears, Lyons said. Folklore used to say the halos were a harbinger of storms on the way. However, science has debunked this theory, and indeed, Durango this week should have relatively clear skies with daytime temperatures in the low 60s. And now let's take a look at the weather.
The National Weather Map shows that nice big H for our high pressure in the southwest will still keep things dry, while the rains and storm mix continues to slowly push in across the Pacific Northwest. Other notable patterns show rain through the Central Plains and down into Texas, and a low pressure has yet to move off the Atlantic coast, bringing potentials for rain and thunderstorms from Maine to Florida. The next chance for rain and snow in our region arrives Thursday. Otherwise, dry and warm weather will persist. The National Weather Service says that this high pressure will dominate the weather pattern through Tuesday. Expect periods of high clouds and unseasonably warm afternoon temperatures through this period. The next chance for mountain and high valley snow with lower valley rain will arrive on Thursday and into Friday. Add a fast-moving Pacific storm, which will provide cooler weather for the end of the week. The DCTV 5-day outlook from our weather station and the NWS input shows today sunny with a high near 61, southeast winds from 5 to 10 miles an hour, becoming south to southwest in the afternoon. Tonight mostly clear with a low around 37, maintaining southeast winds 5 to 10 miles an hour. Tuesday mostly sunny with a high near 61, southeast winds 5 to 10, becoming southwest in the afternoon. Mostly clear overnight with a low around 34, east winds being around 5 miles an hour. Then Wednesday sunny again with a high near 60, south winds 5 to 15 miles an hour, turning partly cloudy with a low around 36 overnight. Right now the forecast is showing Thursday mostly sunny with a high near 59, turning mostly cloudy overnight with a low around 35. And then into Friday, there's that chance of rain and snow showers before 11 a.m., then a chance of snow showers between 11 a.m. and 1 p.m., and then again a chance of rain and snow showers after 1 p.m. The expected high temperatures turn much colder, near just 51 degrees. Friday night, as things clear out, it currently is showing mostly clear with a low around 26. And then Saturday, though sunny, it isn't expected to warm up too much, as the predicted high will be near 52. Saturday night, mostly clear with a low around 29. And now, back to the news.
Reported by the Cortez Journal, after more than a year of public meetings, a master leasing plan was reportedly given the green light for the Tres Rios BLM office on 71,000 acres of BLM-controlled areas in Montezuma and La Plata counties. The MLP was reportedly intended to allow more planning to protect Mesa Verde National Park viewsheds, cultural sites, and recreation areas such as the Phil's World Trail system. On December 19th, the BLM informed Montezuma County Commissioners that the proposed master leasing plan had received Washington approval. Plan development was expected to begin in 2018, according to the Tres Rios field manager Connie Clemenson. But on Wednesday, 11 months later, it was revealed the final approval was announced prematurely by then Colorado BLM State Director Ruth Welch to the Tres Rios office. Tres Rios was informed it had Washington approval, but written concurrence documentation from the national office never happened, and that is required for final approval, said Stephen Hall, BLM Colorado Communication Director. Hall said that although the Colorado BLM office recommended the Tres Rios master leasing plan and submitted a proposal up the chain, the national office did not take official action on the recommendation. No MLP was approved by the BLM for the Tres Rios field office, Hall said. It is on us for not catching that miscommunication earlier. The mistake also potentially impacts oil and gas development near Mesa Verde National Park. While master leasing plans are developed, energy development leasing in the area is deferred until the plan is completed. That was done, in this case, for the March 2018 lease sale. BLM officials said that it is now possible that leasing could be approved in the area for the March 2019 sale if parcels are nominated by companies beginning in June.
From the Journal out of Cortez, after initially saying that he hadn't done anything wrong or criminal, a Colorado state legislator accused of sexually harassing a fellow lawmaker and other women said Saturday he is sorry for causing them pain. In his initial response to the allegations last Friday, Democratic Representative Steve Lebsack said he did not remember doing or saying anything inappropriate to Representative Faith Winter last year at a legislative party, and said any accusers should file a legislative complaint against him rather than speaking to the media. However, in a statement to the Denver Post on Saturday, Lebsack said that he had come to realize that he had caused the women pain, saying, "I have come to realize that it does not matter that at the time I may have perceived my words as playful. It does not matter that at the time I may have felt that we were flirting. It does not matter that at the time I may have felt what I said was okay," he said in a statement which mentioned the first names of Winter and the other two women who have publicly accused Lebsack of harassment. Winter said Lebsack suggested they engage in sexual acts and acted aggressively towards her when she refused during an end-of-session party in 2016. She said he grabbed her elbow and she felt threatened. Colorado's Democratic House Speaker, Representative Crisanta Duran, removed Lebsack, who is from Thornton, as chairman of the local government committee after the allegation was first reported by Rocky Mountain Community Radio. The report said 9 people in all, including Winter, legislative staff members, and lobbyists, complained privately about Lebsack's behavior. Winter, who represents Westminster, said she told legislative leaders about the incident but didn't file a formal complaint, fearing that her reputation would be hurt and it would make it harder for her to do her work. She said that Lebsack eventually apologized and later promised to get therapy. However, she said she warned him she would go public if she heard of other complaints of harassment against him. In a joint statement, alleged victims said they appreciated his apology but said it did not go far enough. His apology was about how he made us feel, but he never apologizes for his actions. Additionally, he concentrates on his words, but in at least 2 cases, there was also physical contact. Touching without consent isn't playful or flirty. It's harassment or assault, they said. They said that Lebsack's previous apology to Winter did not change his behavior and called on him to resign. Lebsack, who is running for state treasurer, said he will make a statement about his political future by November 30th.
According to the Cortez Journal, after winning support for a bond measure that will secure almost $5 million in funding, the Mancos School District is preparing for a major school renovation project. Bond Measure 3A, which passed on Tuesday's election with 72.8% of the vote, will increase the district's debt by $4.95 million for the purpose of school building remodeling, to be paid off with increased property taxes over the next 20 years. The district has already secured $19.7 million in the Building Excellent Schools Today grant, so the bond will cover the remaining costs of what is estimated to be a $25 million project. Superintendent Brian Hansen said the next step is the design process, which he hopes will begin before the end of the year. The remodel project will include updates to the electrical systems and plumbing in many of the district's aging buildings, added safety features, additions to the gym and performance center, and a major overhaul of the middle school buildings to turn them into a single building, among other things. Hansen said the district has already begun contract negotiations with Denver-based agricultural firm Humphreys Pulley, which will design the project.
From the Journal in Cortez, a combined effort by Canyons of the Ancients Monument and Montezuma County could boost parking at the Sand Canyon Trailhead from the current 20 spots to up to 60. There's a dire need for additional parking at the popular trailhead, which sees 18,000 visitors per year. During busy times, the current parking lot quickly fills up with up to 50 overflow vehicles parked along the narrow County Road G, creating a hazard. The monument and the Bureau of Land Management have proposed a new parking lot and trailhead a quarter mile east of the current one on County Road G. It would include a connector trail to Sand Canyon. But because of limited space due to cultural resources, such as ancient ruins, the lot only has enough room for about 9 passenger vehicles and 3 oversized vehicles. To make it larger, the county is proposing to use their wide right-of-way along County Road G to accommodate up to 30 more passenger cars, with space designed for oversized vehicles. County Federal Lands Planner James Dietrich said the BLM proposal is not sufficient for current or future use, so the county is figuring out ways to help out by taking advantage of space we have next to their proposed new parking area. County schematics show there is enough room to install a long row of angled passenger parking, plus pull-through parking areas sufficient for buses, RVs, and vehicles with horse trailers. The combined BLM county parking area is not a done deal, and there was no estimate on when it would be built. The BLM's portion is in the environmental and public review process. Improving parking for the trailhead is a priority for public safety and to accommodate outdoor recreation, important to the local economy, said Montezuma County Commissioner Larry Dan Sukla. BLM and monument staff said that they have been working on diverting recreationists to other nearby trails, including Mud Springs, to spread out users. But the reality is that it's hard to compete with scenic Red Rock canyons, standing ruins, and perfect single-track mountain bike trails of Sand Canyon, the main attraction of the monument. As a special recreation management area, this is one of the sites we actively send people to, said BLM planner Keith Fox. Having cars parked on the roadway is an unsafe situation and is the impetus of the proposed parking project.
And now for the Dolores County Sheriff's Roundup for the week of November 6th through the 12th. A resident reported a dead cow on another person's property. A friend of the owner of the cow responded to take care of the animal. A county resident relayed an animal complaint on starving horses in Montezuma County. Dispatch relayed the information to the appropriate agency. Several motorists reported debris on the road on Highway 491. By the time an officer was available to respond, the roadway was cleared. Several reports of a horse near the roadway were taken this week. The owner of the horse has been working to get their fence repaired. An early morning report was made of a suspicious vehicle at a town residence. An officer responded and found that the vehicle hit a deer and was waiting for the business to open to get their vehicle in for a repair. A resident reported an RV in town with its door open. An officer responded and secured the latch. An officer investigated a case involving juveniles caught shoplifting a town business. That concludes today's roundup. Stay tuned for continued updates.
Today's High Canyon Country happenings. Volunteer tutors are needed. Become an English as a second language ESL volunteer if you can spare a few hours a week to help someone in your community learn English. The Adult Education Center, serving Southwest Colorado in Cortez, is looking for help. They will provide training, materials, and support. The goal is to give students the skills they need to become productive, contributing members of the community. Contact Al Huckins at 970-564-7004 or A. Huckings at DurangoAdultED.org for more information. And you may have heard of the TED Talks, made popular on YouTube for inspirational speakers. Well, now we have the Cortez Talks, a new speaker series in Tez. It's free admittance. They start at 7 p.m. at the Montezuma Cortez High School. The first one is December 1st with Mark Jackson, the Denver Bronco legend and wide receiver. The next is January 12th with Robert Boudwin, who created a 21-year performer of the Houston Rockets mascot, Clutch the Bear. He's motivational and inspirational stories of being an NBA mascot. And March 2nd is Dave Stevens, a 7-time Emmy Award-winning sports broadcasting professional and athlete who was born without legs and went on to play college football and minor league baseball. For more information or tickets, call 970-564-4095. And this Wednesday, November 16th, hosted by Habitat for Humanity, Montezuma County, it's Hang Out with Habitat from 5 to 8 p.m. at the Wild Edge Brewing Collective in Cortez. For ticket information, go online to habitatmontezuma.org. This will be a low-key event for anyone interested in supporting Habitat and finding out what they've been up to lately, while enjoying a tasty beverage. Proceeds from ticket sales will go to support Habitat's home building projects. All of these happenings are posted on our DCTV News at Noon Facebook page, along with the YouTube replays, weather, and original stories and local posts. To share your event or information, contact us. It's dcbnnews@gmail.com or call the station 677-4119 and we'll be sure to get your news on air.
Thanks for tuning in. News at Noon airs at noon Monday through Wednesday and then is rebroadcast at 3 and 6 p.m. and again re-aired Thursday, Friday, and Saturday in the same order at noon, 3 and 6.
And be sure to check us out on Facebook. It's DCTV News at Noon. Please like us there and share it with a friend.
For Kendra Cook with DCTV and the News at Noon program out of Dove Creek, USA, I'm Kelsey Kiesling. Thanks for watching.